into position. Everyone, keep clear.
Will do. Clamps are set. Bring her in.
You've been busy.
I know. Not bad, right?
Indeed. Most impressive.
Well, having a whole mess of drones around to do my bidding certainly didn't. Might not be exactly up to spec, but it'll get the job done. Don't listen to him.
Drive secured.
Confirmed. Connection established. The FTL is now linked to the station's power grid.
Reading vigorous biomass activity within the drive. The infection is feeding off the FTL's energy field.
I assume that's good.
It's expected. Begin diagnostic and compatibility check. Verify functionality of all drive components. This should only take a moment.
No problem. We'll just sit here in nervous anticipation.
Very well.
I will admit, this arrangement feels decidedly less secure than our last jump through time.
He has a point, Apollo. You basically have us riding a literal time bomb into the past. Mind-bendingly awesome as that might sound, you are sure this is going to work, right?
The odds of success are surprisingly favorable, especially when one considers all the variables at play.
Suppose we can work with that.
Diagnostic and compatibility check complete. Stand by while I reconfigure the FTL's drive settings to mirror the exact conditions that first sent the Estrella back in time.
Dr. Harlan?
Yes, we have to get clear of the platform. I know.
Well, I guess this is it.
So it would seem. Captain, I want to say I'm sorry. I was wrong to keep you in the dark as long as I did. Perhaps if I trusted you sooner. In any case, I hope you can forgive me, though I don't expect you to. Right. Well, goodbye.
Dr. Harlan, thank you. What you're doing here, she'd be proud of you.
She'd be angry with me.
Yeah, probably. But she'd still be proud.
Thank you. Both of you. For helping me put an end to this.
Doctor, we should really be going.
Yes. All right.
Good luck, Doctor.
To all of us.
FTL settings configured. As soon as the doctor is clear, we can begin spinning up the drive.
Farewell, Captain Rhodes.
Take care of him, Juno.
Of course, always. Goodbye, Jack. I will make sure to permanently archive all of the time we have spent together.
Thanks, Juno.
You're welcome. Good luck saving your timeline.
Popcorn? All right, it's okay. Well, what do you say, Jack? You ready for this?
I think at this point it might be too late to change our minds.
Apollo, we are clear.
Very well. Commencing final jump prep.
Listen. I realized I never properly thanked you. For, well, everything.
You'd have done the same for me.
Hibernating for 4 centuries might have been a bit tricky for me to pull off.
You'd have found a way.
FTL spin-up complete. Drive reports green.
Remember, you need to trigger the device before the Ithaca reaches the infected zone. That should be enough to alter the course of events. Prevent the biomass from spreading.
Understood.
We'll get it done.
Transferring manual control to transport. Ready to execute jump.
Godspeed. To you both.
All right, Jack.
FTL engaged.
See you in a tick.
Jumping in 3, 2.
Shit! Okay, come on.
Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. It's just... Holy shit. That was...
Incredible.
I was going to say terrifying. But yeah, also pretty incredible. What about you? You alright?
Of course. I've become somewhat of an expert when it comes to temporal displacement.
Though for my own part, I must say the physical method of time travel is significantly more turbulent.
God, look at this place.
Not exactly the home you remember.
You know what? I'll take it. As long as we've still got time to do our job.
Apollo, can you verify our time frame? Did we make it back before the Ithaca?
Referencing astrometric positional data. Stand by. Confirmed. We have arrived just prior to the Ithaca's approach.
I think I see her. There. That bright dot just off rail. Jack, you see that?
Affirmative. I see it.
The vessel is closing fast. We have limited time.
Then let's not waste any more of it. The transport's good to...
I'm still running diagnostics, but so far everything appears to be in working order.
Well, that'll have to do. We're on the clock.
Very well. Plotting a course for the Astrea's primary drive bay.
Popcorn? You're staying out here. See if you can find me a way to contact the Ithaca. Local comms just aren't going to cut it. We need a way to boost the signal. None of that. I promise. As soon as we finish hooking up the cure bomb, we'll come find you. Now go.
Course laid in. Transport rig prepped for departure. I would advise you both hold on. Stand by for primary thruster burn. 3, 2, 1. Transport underway. Distance to primary drive exchange. 4,600 meters.
That's quite a sight.
Much of the Astrea remains highly irradiated. The transport's radiation dampener will shield us, but its range is limited. I advise you remain close to the rig at all times. Especially you, Captain Rhodes.
Stick it, specialist radiation. Got it. Good safety tip.
Once we reach the drive bay, we'll need to connect the fuel cell directly into the Astrea's drive exchange conduit. That should amplify the counterpulse sufficiently enough to eliminate all the biomass in the sector.
You ready for this, Jack? Look, if it makes you feel any better, the fact that this entire plan hinges on you is pretty much the only reason I think it's going to work.
Approaching the Astrea's outer hull. Brace for deceleration.
Better hold on to something.
most direct route to the drive bay is via a service tunnel just beyond these doors.
How do we get them open?
I'll need direct access to the local systems. There should be a control station just on the other side of a nearby airlock.
Right, let's go.
Perhaps those of us with reboot abilities should proceed first.
By all means. Lead on. How does this area still have power?
There are multiple redundancies in place to protect the engineering deck from power failure, even in the event of catastrophic structural damage. As you can see,
Good news for us.
not entirely. If the local power grid is still active, that means the biomass is as well.
Couldn't let me have just one bright spot, could you?
The control station is just up ahead. No sign of any significant biomass activity.
How long do you suppose that will last?
Based on previous experience, probably not as long as we prefer.
Are those the door controls?
Affirmative. They must have suffered some form of mechanical failure.
Yeah. I think so, do you?
Try the emergency release. You'll have to cut your way in.
Copy.
Locking mechanisms released.
Doors open.
Area clear. No biomass presence. This is it. Jack, I'll need your help to overwrite the local protocols. There's an AI core installed in the upper terminal. Remove it and place it in the overwrite slot.
Core secured.
Data port open.
Commencing upload.
Overwrite complete. Once you're
Core locked in.
access achieved, I have local control. Now all I need is the captain's authorization.
Right. This is Acting Captain Olivia Rhodes. Open the doors?
Authorization accepted. Disabling security measures. Doors opening. Stand by. I'm moving the rig inside.
Right, come on, Jack. Let's get back out to the transport and...
Captain,
What is it?
I'm reading movement.
Shit.
Multiple biomass signatures closing on the transport. Navcom is failing. I can't pilot the transport with those ticks draining its systems.
I can clear them off. Stand by.
Use the secondary airlock beyond the control station. It's your quickest route to the transport.
Got it. We're on our way.
Negative, Captain. You will need to remain inside. The transport is too far out. You would die in seconds.
Right. Radiation.
If you die, our mission fails.
Your concern for my well-being is extremely touching. Thanks.
You're welcome. Cycling airlock. Stand by.
Might want to ready that counterpulse gadget of yours, Jack.
Affirmative. I'll signal you when it's all clear.
I'm gonna just back up a bit here. Good luck.
I count 3 tick forms on the transport, Jack. You'll need to neutralize all of them in order for me to regain control.
Acknowledged. That's 2.
Shields at 95%.
That should be all of them. Apollo, can you confirm?
Confirmed. Transport power flow nominal. I've regained operational control.
Stand by, Liv. We're coming to you.
Make sure you pull up nice and close. I prefer my insides remain unliquefied.
Not to worry, Captain. You'll be well within the dampener's radius. There.
are clear to exit.
Copy that. I'm on. Let's go.
Engaging primary thrusters. Be advised. Adjusting course. Course replotted. Brace for thruster reignition. Jack, I suggest keeping your counterpulse emitter armed. The biomass is likely to be much more prevalent as we move further inward.
Understood.
Just how bad is this going to get?
The primary drive bay is one of the most energy-intensive areas on the entire ship. We should expect the biomass infestation to be proportionally dense.
You know, you could just say it's going to get really bad.
I thought that was what I said.
We appear to have another sealed door ahead.
Affirmative.
You have a plan for getting it open? That'll do.
Yes, my newfound control of the local systems is more extensive than I anticipated.
Certainly a welcome change of pace.
Though rather short-lived, I'm afraid. I expect the door to the primary drive bay will require a bit more effort to open.
Well, I wouldn't want us to get spoiled.
Proximity alert.
Jack, look out.
Firing braking thrusters.
That's the last of them. Apollo.
Affirmative.
Nicely done. I don't think a single tick made it to the transport.
Most fortunately for you, Captain. Though the ticks do appear to be more interested in the transport than you or Jack. Preparing to resume course. Please hold on.
We're on. Let's go.
Acknowledged. Resuming course. Should be coming up on the driveway shortly.
Popcorn? Popcorn, you read? Coming up on the driveway. How are things looking here? You find me a way to talk to the Ithaca? There's got to be something in that mess we can cobble together. Keep looking. I don't need much. Just enough to get a signal. Could be Morse code for all I care. Just so long as the Ithaca can hear it. Okay. Well, copy that, I guess. Keep me posted. How much further, Apollo?
The drive bay is just up ahead. Tracking movement ahead. More ticks inbound.
They just keep coming.
I think that's the last of them.
destination. Reducing speed. The primary drive bay is just beyond these doors.
All right, let's get them open.
There's an airlock nearby that will take you to the control station.
I see it.
I'll proceed first.
Right behind you. Popcorn? Popcorn, do you read? He's not responding.
Radiological interference from the Estrella is disrupting our local comms. We should be able to re-establish contact once we're clear of the wreckage.
Those escape pods?
That's correct.
Do they still work?
Surprisingly, yes. The pods are still registering as functional.
You're thinking we could use them to evacuate once we finish the catalyst?
Well, that is what they're here for. And anything's better than having to backtrack through that mess of tunnels.
Very well. Once we've finished installing the catalyst, we'll use the escape pods to get clear of the wreckage. For now, let's proceed to the control station. Biomass from the drive bay has spread to the door controls.
What about the emergency?
There is considerable buildup around the tunnel, but it looks to still be accessible.
I'll take a look.
You could use your counterpulse emitter to nullify any threat from the biomass. Jack, can you confirm the emergency release is still accessible?
The infestation is fairly severe, but I think I can still reach the panel. Got it. Opening door.
Through here.
As before, our first step is to rewrite the local protocols. The procedure is identical to the one we performed earlier.
Where's the AI core? It's not in the terminal.
One of the engineers must have removed it during the initial outbreak, an attempt to seal the drive bay. It's likely the core is still close by. We should search the adjoining rooms. Expect considerable biomass presence.
You go, I'll keep an eye on the transport.
I won't be long.
There, at the far end of the corridor. The core appears to be intact. We just have to reach it.
Got it. Liv, I have the core. I'm heading back to you.
Copy that. See you shortly. Nicely done. We're sure the core's in good shape, Apollo?
We'll know for certain once Jack places it in the override slot.
Core in place.
Data port is open.
Commencing data transfer.
Override successful.
Copy. Returning core to upper terminal. Core locked in.
Protocol remapping successful. Local access granted. I can now open the drive bay. On your authorization, Captain.
Right. This is Acting Captain Olivia Rhodes. Open the drive bay.
Authorization accepted. Security measures lifted.
My God.
Remarkable. The biomass has all but overtaken the chamber.
It's overriding the existing environment, building a new ecosystem. The infestation is worse than I anticipated.
This is what happens to Earth.
More accurately, what will happen if we fail to accomplish our mission.
All right. All right. We've got a job to do. So, let's get to it.
Captain, I'm afraid given the state of the drive bay, I cannot allow you to accompany us inside.
What? No. I'm staying. I'm with you.
As much as I would welcome your assistance, I don't think that is an option.
Jack is right, Captain. If these new readings are any indication, the drive bay is far too dangerous an environment for a human being. The odds of your survival are close to zero. That is not an exaggeration.
Right. Well, I suppose as far as arguments go, that's not the worst. Okay. Okay, new plan. I'm going to track down Popcorn, see if we can work out a way to make contact with the Ithaca. The escape pods are good to go. Follow?
Affirmative. I've already plotted the coordinates. Simply climb inside and seal the canopy.
Good. Keep this comms channel open. I don't care if the signal is I want constant communication.
Understood.
Come on, let's get you back to the airlock. Right. I'm off to go and be shot into space at what I'm sure is a totally safe velocity.
I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, you better head. Jack? Good luck.
You too, Olivia.
Be sure to come back in one piece, yeah?
I assume that's an order.
Bloody well right it is.
Transport is ready to depart. I will do my utmost to navigate a safe route through the drive bay.
All right, I'm on board.
Hold for acceleration.
Liv, Apollo and I are making our way into the drive bay.
Copy that. I'm closing up the escape pod.
Acknowledged. Safe travels.
Yeah, to both of us.
Are you all right?
Ride was a touch shaky, but I'll manage. Still no sign of Popcorn. Nothing on comms either. At this point, all I can do is focus on finding a way to contact the Ithaca and just hope he turns up.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Right then, I'll keep you posted.
What is it?
Power to the drive exchange conduit appears to have been cut off. The conduit must be fully powered if we are to sufficiently amplify the counterpulse blast wave.
What are our options?
Our best course of action is to try and reroute power from another system.
Then let's do it.
There's a junction nearby that should still be functional. Adjusting course. Hold on.
Liv, we've run into a power flow issue. We have to briefly divert course.
Do what you have to do, and do it fast. The Ithaca fleet's getting close. I make out at least 3 more ships in the distance.
How close are we to making contact?
Still working on it. There's just not that much to work with. If I could maybe find one of our old geosensors, I could put its
Liv.
Might be enough to get a signal out.
Liv, you're breaking up. Liv.
Interference from the Estrella is disrupting the signal.
Is there any way to get her back?
I'm afraid there's much I can do. However, the Captain is actively working on boosting the comm signal to reach the Ithaca. If she succeeds, it's possible we'll be able to re-establish contact.
Understood.
This is it. These junction controls should allow you to divert power to the exchange conduit.
Understood. Stand by.
Strategy, Jack. Rerouting the power would have undoubtedly drawn those ticks to our position. I commend your situational awareness. That's it. We're clear for now. Power flow disconnected. Power rerouted. The exchange conduit is operating at maximum capacity. Well done. Return to the transport and we'll proceed onward. Ticks on approach.
Liv, say...
There's too much interference. I keep losing your signal.
Liv, can you hear me? Olivia.
Jack, I'm losing you.
Liv, are you there? Olivia.
It's no use, Jack. She's not receiving us. Takes inbound. Incoming multiple ticks.
Jack, I don't know if you can hear me.
Liv, I read you.
If there's any chance you can still hear this, I'm going to keep working on the comms, but if I can't...
Liv.
Jack, we need to focus. We're closing in on the exchange conduit. We've arrived. We'll need to connect the catalyst to one of the conduit's fuel cell housings. This will allow the device to trigger a cascading reaction that will amplify the blast radius enough to eliminate all the biomass in this sector.
Does it matter which housing we use?
We should start by identifying which housings are still operational. Look for any housings with a working data port and call them out.
Got it. Significant biomass presence. Housing is unusable.
I agree.
This housing is far too infested. There's nothing we can do here.
Yes, I'd have to agree.
What about housing B3?
Negative. There's too much biomass clogging the mechanism.
All right, let's move on.
I'll circle the conduit so we can inspect the remaining housings.
Housing C1 still appears functional.
Unfortunately, biomass presence around the couplings is too severe.
Copy. Let's keep looking. Negative on this housing.
Agreed.
Housing D4 might still be salvageable.
Biomass presence is moderate, but still enough to be a problem.
Excessive biomass presence.
Valid assessment. Housing is no longer functional. Resuming flight path.
The housing looks clear, but the data port is unsalvageable.
Unfortunate. The housing might have otherwise been a suitable candidate.
What about this housing, A3?
I'm afraid not. The infection appears to have penetrated the outer casing. The internal components are likely teeming with biomass.
Rampant infestation. Housing appears inoperable.
A valid assessment.
I think we can safely rule out this housing as well.
I concur. Continuing orbit.
The housing's data port is defective. Nothing to be done here.
Agreed. We seem to be running out of options.
Still housings left to inspect. Let's keep looking. There, housing G4. That would be our best option.
Data port is functional. No visible infestation. I agree. That housing does appear to be our most optimal solution. Well spotted. All other housings appear either offline or infected. I believe this is our only chance.
Can you bring us within dampener range?
Affirmative. Maneuvering thrusters engaged.
Live.
Her signal's only getting worse. You'll need to scan the data port to activate the fuel housing.
Housing open.
Now, use the release controls to eject the old cell. Remember, both controls must be operated simultaneously.
Copy. There is a small pocket of biomass here.
That is disconcerting. We should nullify that mistake.
Infection neutralized.
We should probably clear the remains. The nodule is small enough that you should be able to burn it away with your cutter.
Biomass removed.
Excellent. Let's hope the infestation's impact was minimal. Jack, remember, both release controls must be operated at the same time.
Fuel cell removed.
Stand by while I align the transport to the housing. Please keep clear. Catalyst in place. Now use the same controls as before to secure the device.
Apollo, what's happening?
The power clamp's anode coupling failed to engage. Evidently, the biomass's impact was more substantial than we'd hoped. With the coupling disabled, we have no way to bridge the connection.
Then we find a new solution. We have to. The Ithaca's almost here. Manual extrication of the coupling does not appear possible. This isn't working.
Agreed. Unfortunately, the coupling's design makes it difficult to improvise a stable connection. With our limited time frame, we cannot afford re-attempting ineffective solutions. It seems repetition will not improve effectiveness here.
What if I use my shell to complete the connection? If I hold both the anode and the coupling, the current should pass straight through.
Yes, but once the circuit goes live, the resulting energy surge would destroy your shell.
Then I'll simply reboot.
At this range, the counterpulse wave will undoubtedly disable the transport's fabricator. You would be unable to reboot.
Are there any alternatives?
We could try using the fabricator to construct something to bridge the gap. Though without access to the full archive of schematics, our options are exceedingly limited. Give me a moment to locate and print the most tenable option. Fabrication complete. The component is ready. Try positioning it such that it makes contact with both the anode and the coupling. Energizing.
Shield's at 95%.
It's no use, Jack. We can't establish a stable connection. The component simply doesn't fit.
Are there any other components we can try?
Nothing in the fabricator's local memory. I recommend we consider other solutions.
There's no other option. I have to bridge the connection myself.
I am sorry to say it, but I must concur.
What do I need to do?
Stand by while I prep the catalyst for diffusion. Jack, would you like to try contacting Captain Rhodes again?
If it's at all possible, yes. I should say goodbye.
I will boost the signal as best I can.
Liv. Liv, do you copy?
Jack! Jack, are you there?
I'm here. I read you, Liv.
Jack! Thank God. I thought I'd lost you.
Liv, there's a problem.
What do you mean? What sort of problem?
There's a malfunction. I'll have to use my own shell to complete the connection and detonate the device.
What? Jack, no! You can't! The EM surge will fry the fabricator. I won't be able to reboot.
I understand.
You could die. Jack, wait. Just hold on. Let me see if I can find another way for you to reboot. One of your old activation pods. Something.
Liv. It's all right. I know what I'm doing.
No! God damn it, Jack! Listen to me! You're not doing this!
I apologize for disobeying orders, Captain.
Jack! No!
But there is no other option.
Jack! Please!
Circuit is now going live.
Understood.
No! No! Wait! Don't! There's still time! I can fix this! Jack! I can't let you do it, Jack!
Jack, it's time.
Jack, please! Don't leave me!
Jack, you have to take hold of the anode and the coupling. Now.
Goodbye, Olivia.
Captain Rhodes. To the Echo unit.
Easy, Popcorn. I'm going as fast as I can. Jack? Oh my god. Jack! Jack, It's really you.
Morning, sunshine.
Everything's gonna be alright, Jack.
Captain Rhodes. Captain Rhodes, Ithaca Actual. Do you have the Echo unit?
Say again, Ithaca?
I said, do you have him?
That's affirmative, Ithaca. I have him.
Copy that. Stand by for rescue.
Come on, Jack. It's okay. I've got you.